not wanting to go all in.
Yes.
And now we saw it with PlayStation not wanting to go all in on the PS5 and supporting the PS4 for a long, long time, and games being like dual releases right up until like very recently.
Yes.
And we're like 4 or 5 years in.
5 years in.
Yeah. But I will say, in Sony's defense of that, the gap between PS4 and PS5 isn't enough that it limited the PS5 games too much.
Yeah, and the PS5 games still were PS5 games.
They're still developed for PS5.
Yeah, they were actually utilised the consoles.
So they weren't holding back PS5 releases.
No.
Xbox is a little bit guilty of it with the Series S and X, and the Series S can hold things back a little bit.
Yeah.
But typically, again, they'll give you performance options that kind of get around that. The problem here is that the gap between Switch 1 and Switch 2 is so gigantic in performance that the fact that they're saying still release for Switch 1 is going to hold back Switch 2 games. And the problem gets a lot deeper than this. It's something we dismissed.
We did dismiss it,
in one of our news videos.
Yes.
There was a long-time subscribers would have heard us saying it, but there was a news thing that came out that said that up to 2/3 of third-party developers haven't been able to get Switch 2 development kits. And we were like, the ones they've listed, they're all releasing Switch 2 games.
There's already games coming out by them, so they must have dev kits. Yeah.
Well, Digital Foundry were kind of digging into it a little bit more because they'd obviously heard the same rumour.
Yeah.
And they go, if you go through the development portal on Nintendo, the process to apply for a dev kit for Switch 2, there is none available.
Yeah.
Even to the point of they will tell you to use your Switch 1 development kit. And a lot of the major third-party developers that are releasing games right now, they've told them to develop for Switch 1 and that it'll be, and basically just hoping that the hardware will just make it a bit better.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Like Switch 1 will make it all right.
Yeah. Make a Switch 1 game and just basically uncap the frame rate and resolution and just hope for the best.
That's the situation we're in.
That is not how you design games for a new system.
Not when you've seen an 8-year gap in hardware that's like monumental.
Yeah.
Just a literal generational leap.
Yes.
So we're seeing games with games that are getting released that are having like one hand tied behind their back, basically.
Yeah, that is doing gamers a massive disservice. That's upgraded to the Switch 2.
Yeah. And I think they're scared to go. Either they've not got the resources to support the demand yet, which is possible.
Yeah.
Because it's maybe bigger than they anticipated.
Maybe, yeah.
But I think more than likely is that they're scared to abandon the Switch 1 user base.
It's got to be more to it than that because they've always supported the previous console.
Yeah.
Always, every single time. So it just doesn't make any sense. Like you said, maybe there's not enough resources to give devs kits out. I don't know. But
to have a line of, like, a company line of saying it's okay to develop for Switch 1.
Yeah.
And then we'll just bring it over to Switch 2.
That's just not good enough. You know?
It's not good enough.
Not good enough at all.
Not when you're getting a really undemanding game like Shinobi.
Yeah.
And seeing it on another handheld device running at 1080, 120 and looking and running beautifully.
Yeah.
And then their device, which could do the same, being capped back.
Being crippled,
massively.
Yeah.
And probably running at 60. I haven't got a frame counter on my Switch. It might have been 45. I don't know. But it felt smooth. So I was guessing it was 60.
Yeah.
But definitely not even at 1080.
Yeah, that's just not ideal, is it? And I kind of foresaw that, you know, which is why I kind of opted for PC. Because I was like, you know what? I mean, I've discussed this in other podcasts, but I was like, in the past, I used to buy PC games I already owned again on Switch 1 because Switch 1 was the only real handheld available.
Yeah.
You know, mass production wise that was getting like Skyrim and you know, stuff like that. So I was like, I will support all that coming over because I never expected the rise of PC handhelds. So when the Switch 2 came out, I started doing it again. I bought Tony Hawk's and stuff, even though I could have got it for free on Game Pass and just played it on my Ally, you know. So I was like, hang on a second, I'm not doing this again. I'm not buying games twice.
That's it.
You know,
buying games twice
I'm just going to keep my Switch 2 to first-party titles and anything that I see as like a Nintendo-style game, like that Adventures of Elliot. You know, like I'd be more than happy to have that on my Switch 2. But now it's like, if games are getting like held back from their true potential, I'm just going to keep buying games on my Steam that's going to stay with my account forever, and I can play on any device.
The frustration in my mind is that I have got no problem with them continue to support the Switch 1
in
this crossover period, the next few years.
Absolutely.
If a game can run on Switch 1, then release it. But their focus should be Switch 2.
Yeah, Switch 2 should be priority, and it should
be
a bonus that it works on Switch 1.
So Shinobi, just because it's the recent example, it should be developed for Switch 2.
Yes.
And can we get 120 out of this? Can it be running at 1080, 120 and give it to people? And then can you do a scaled down version for Switch 1? Oh, it does work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Absolutely. The headline trailer for that game should be 1080p 120 FPS or 4K 60, and also if you want to play it at like 1 FPS, is Switch 1 versions for you. That should be the trailer.
Make the thing that I think is an open goal that they keep missing is that it gives a compelling reason to buy the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Over just fanboys like us hyping stuff up.
Yes.
Or like going, I'm really excited for a new thing.
Yes.
What's a compelling reason for an average gamer to buy it? It's like, it's the only way I can play X.
Yeah.
And it's the best way to play Y.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to play Z, because looking at it on the Switch 1, it's rubbish. Like, it's a compelling reason. And then you have idiots like us doing side-by-sides going, look at it on Switch 1 compared to Switch 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you buy it on Switch 1?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That should be the thing.
Yes.
Because otherwise people will be looking at me playing it at 1080p 120 on like a £900, £800 handheld and being like,
that looks really good.
When the Switch 2 is actually totally capable of that.
Yeah, it's not the hardware.
More than capable of that.
More than. And so I kind of now worry about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because we've got this, it's a really fancy saying, the incidental reveals the fundamental.
Oh.
So this is an incidental problem.
Yes, yeah.
But it reveals a fundamental issue.
Yeah, absolutely it does.
And we've been scratching our heads and going, why are these big third parties not here yet?
Yeah, where are the games at? Like,
we saw some headliners at the start.
Yes, which still haven't been dated as well.
Still haven't been dated. With the really big hitters like that came at launch, well, that was well in advance. Like they worked very closely with CD Projekt Red on Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
They wanted it to be a headline
directly,
thing. So these kind of bigger hitters, I think they worked quite closely with the Hogwarts team.
Yes.
I imagine they did the same with like the Civ team and like some of the other third party, the Yakuza and Nintendo are like
absolutely
bedfellows anyway. But beyond that, we've been scratching our head. Where's Microsoft?
So we're saying that the Elden Ring is currently trying to be made for Switch 1 so that it can get a Switch 2 port. That's why we've got no date.
I think there isn't sufficient development resources for, maybe there's not enough dev kits or...
Yes.
But whatever it is.
The immediate future...
right now.
It's so bad. A brand new console, the biggest, most anticipated console, I'd argue, of the past decade.
Yep.
Right? And they launch it to great success, great direct. Like, they showed all these fantastic games that we've been banging on about for ages. And now they're just like, tumbleweed. That last direct, like, they showed Chronos, which looks amazing.
Yeah.
But that was it. That was the only thing that showed, like, the potential of the Switch 2. Okay, Star Wars Outlaws, but we knew about that.
Yeah.
But that was it. All the rest were, like, Switch 1 games, which is why we were upset by that direct. And then followed by an indie direct, which, again, Switch 1 games.
Just Switch 1 games.
So where's the Switch 2 stuff?
And I want to respond to, there was a lot of comments on our video where we talked about the partner direct and our disappointment. And there's a lot of people that were saying, guys, it's only been out for 2 months or whatever. Chill your boots. There's some great games to play. And I totally agree. There are some great games to play.
Yes, that's not wrong. Yeah.
And we often talk about how spoiled we are.
Indeed, yes.
My point is that I've pinned my flag to a mast of saying that this is a really important moment in gaming and that this is a really important device. We, as like lovers of handheld gaming, have like talked about this is a monumental moment. It's a great piece of hardware that they've made. It could potentially shape the next kind of 5 to 7 years of handheld gaming. And all we need now is in order for that to be true, is for the third-party developers, the AAA games from the past 5 years to come over.
Absolutely.
And Nintendo have progressed. Now I sit there and I put a direct on, and there's like people that I've kind of talked to said that honestly it's like a whole new thing, and they'll come and watch the direct with me and they're seeing Switch 1 games.
Yeah, Switch 1 games.
And they're going, what are you talking about? If I sat with someone during that partner direct, it would be impossible for me to explain to someone that the Switch 2 is different from the Switch.
To justify it.
Why would I buy that?
Exactly. I've got a Switch 1.
And I would say, like Switch 2 isn't just like a kid's thing. It's like why would I?
Yeah.
My Xbox is fine, mate. I can't argue with that.
You can't argue with that. Like, and that's the thing is, I know we've now seen that in Gamescom, there's going to be a bunch of games available.
I've got.
Oh, sweet.
Here.
Yeah.
Whilst we're talking, I thought I'd open it up.
Yeah, good shout, because this should hopefully mean that these developers at least have a Switch 2 dev kit.
It's a real mixed bag. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Of stuff we've already seen.
Yeah.
So this is from the Nintendo in Germany. Their press release about Gamescom from the 20th of August. Nintendo obviously exhibiting there, everyone aware, and they've got 4, 8, 12, 13 games available to play there.
Yeah, that's impressive.
On Switch 2, which is really impressive. It's more than there was at the Switch 2 exhibition.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start, because the first one is like, oh, right, okay, well, we've been able to play that since April.
Yeah.
It's Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, cool.
Like, well...
I'm glad it puts it in more people's hands that probably don't know Metroid. Metroid's quite a small IP for Nintendo.
True. And it runs at 120.
And it's my most anticipated game.
Still no release date.
No.
That's a concern. The next one is Pokemon ZA, Pokemon Legends ZA.
Cool. Yeah, I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, that's great. Then you have, this was like big news, because we all assumed it was Xbox's opportunity to exclusively show this game. It's Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yes.
Everyone knew it was going to be multi-platform.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be on Switch.
At Gamescom, obviously, Xbox with their ally Xbox collaboration, they were making a big deal of like, this is the first chance you get to see this game.
Yeah, to play it. Yeah.
But Nintendo have also got it on Switch 2.
Okay, cool.
That's cool. Hades 2.
Yeah, cool.
That's cool. Elden Ring.
Yes. Oh, is it going to be there?
Playable.
Wow. With no date.
No date.
Cool.
Borderlands 4.
Yes, playable. With a date.
October release date, isn't it, if I remember rightly?
It's after the other systems get it.
No release date.
What?
First time we've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, cool. This will be a showstopper for us to see.
That'll be a showstopper
to see how it plays handheld.
Yeah.
If it's in handheld, probably won't be. It'll be docked.
It'll be docked for certain. Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Cool. Yeah, don't know about that one.
Mario Kart World.
Oh, not heard of that.
Mario Party Jamboree and Jamboree TV. All of those from the exhibition that we saw.
That's cool. They're the big hitters, aren't they? They want people to get hands on.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, God.
No, what?
Of all the third-party things to come over that I was hoping would happen, it hurts me when I see these franchises on Nintendo.
What is it?
EA FC 26.
Oh, yeah. Go away. I don't care.
So the new FIFA game. And the final one is Nintendo GameCube.
Cool.
Again, from the Nintendo exhibition.
To be fair, though, that is a shining lineup to experience Switch 2. If you've not played one, that's a great.
Just going through third parties, you've got Silksong, Hades 2, Elden Ring, Borderlands, Final Fantasy 7, FC 26, and Cyberpunk. I don't count Pokemon as third party.
No.
I know it technically is, but
it's kind of not.
So over half the games are. So there's promise there, but there's like we've said, some of that promise we've been seen since April. And there's still no dates on these things, like Metroid and stuff. Still no dates on it. Elden Ring, that was in the announcement.
Yeah. That needs to get dated if they've got a playable demo there, surely.
Borderlands was in the announcement as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right in thinking that.
Yeah, that did get dated though.
It's dated now. So, again, incidental and fundamental. At least it seems like the fundamental issue is making progression, that we're seeing these games actually being playable. But I don't hold my breath on the dates on that, on when these playable come to fruition. Because as we've seen, that's not necessarily one-to-one, is it?
I'm hoping that they do announcements, but I feel like they might not.
Yeah.
I feel like their presence at Gamescom is just getting people hands-on with the Switch 2. I was really hoping they would do like a direct there.
Yeah.
Or like letting people like Microsoft on their stage start announcing like Switch 2 titles, but I'm skeptical now.
There's the other one that's coming, isn't there? Which is the big anniversary that's happening this year.
Yeah.
Which happens just after Gamescom.
All right.
Mario's 40th anniversary.
Okay. Yeah.
September 13th.
They'll do something for that.
Well,
but it won't be a direct. It would just be like a random Mario thing, I reckon.
Do you know what? There's fantasies as well. My head jumps around all over the place. There's fantasy. Wouldn't it be epic for Mario's 40th anniversary if they teased one frame of a new Mario game?
They might.
Just like him taking the cap off.
Yeah.
Or like they did with Metroid Prime 4 all those years ago. Like just tease the title.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to get 3D All-Stars Switch 2 version. You remember that time-limited game?
Yeah. They're
going to just upgrade it. Yeah.
All the others.
I mean, I'll buy the upgrade unless it's included with the expansion pack. But I fully expect that. It was a time-slotted game.
Yeah.
It was like you had like 6 months to buy it, and then that was it. I know that you could find it physically after that, but that was it. Why would they do that? Like on the 40th, I just feel like there's going to be an upgrade path for it that takes up to 4K or whatever, for the Switch 2. Because I think the last one, that was announced on the 35th anniversary? Because that's what it was, the 35th anniversary.
Yeah, it must have been
3D All-Stars. Like, so the 40th. 5 years later.
Or they release a new compilation.
Maybe. I would like that.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
I wouldn't even say no to an upgrade from the first one.
How big Switch 2 carts are.
Yeah.
You've got 64 gigs to
fill. Yeah, it's true. Or if it's just an expansion download for that one.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like they've re-released that game with an expansion. I don't know.
How long do we have to wait as Switch 2 fans and Switch 2 owners for these third-party games? How long are they expecting us to wait?
That's my issue. Is I thought everyone would be round to go, everyone would have dev kits, and they'll be dropping massive titles like Elden Ring and stuff. That's what got me so hyped on the release of the Switch 2.
Same.
Star Wars Outlaws, Elden Ring, like all these huge hitters. I was like, like we're just going to see loads of it. I was waiting for Xbox to come out of the door running.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like,
and they're not, because it seems very apparent now that it is indeed the case that dev kits aren't out in the wild still.
I'm starting to believe that now.
I'm starting to believe it
I thought it was a load of rubbish when we first heard that news story. I was like, nah. But yeah, no, it seems that way.
And so how long are we going to have to wait? Are they going to miss the holiday Christmas time release window for these games? If they don't announce it like now, then they have.
Yeah.
Because most of those games get released in October. So what, they just going to drop it through the year?
Yeah.
Wait until next Christmas?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all plausible.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I just feel like it's much like that Partner Direct, and now it makes sense as to why. It was an open goal, and they've absolutely missed it, and that hurts.
Yeah. I agree.
What? Why? It's so easy.
Yeah. I do agree. And if developers truly don't have dev kits yet, then we will be waiting until next year.
Yeah.
Until we see the big ports coming over. Until we see like Microsoft bring over Call of Duty, before we get Doom, before we get anything by all of their studios.
Yeah.
And then like you've got everyone else as well, like Ubisoft and stuff like that. And
here's the open goal part that's crazy. In the meantime, Xbox quietly have managed to release the Ally, the Asus collaboration.
Yeah, the Xbox Ally.
So Microsoft move into the handheld gaming space with Game Pass.
Yeah. Oh, look, all these games are free now, basically, as part of your subscription.
And I know the price points are different. And the audiences
it starts balancing out.
When you include Game Pass, it starts balancing out.
Yes, it does. I mean, granted, the Switch here is £400.
And when you start doing side-by-side performance,
or
even the fact that you can play it here and it's not available here yet because Nintendo sat on their hands.
Day one Game Pass. You don't have to wait for a port. It's day one.
It starts becoming like a glaring miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
It's frustrating. Anyway, I'll get off the soapbox now. I'm sorry, I just got ranty, didn't I?
No, I'm with you.
I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed because I love Nintendo and like I just have so many good experiences of my handheld gaming. Like that's where my love of handhelds come from.
Yeah, of course.
So to see the Switch 2, so hyped. I love my Switch 2. I play it like really often, but I just wish that the Switch 2 player base had more
More to be excited about.
Yeah.
Yep.
After 8 years of the Switch One hanging on by a thread.
That's the crux of my frustration.
Yeah.
Like so long of being like starved.
Yeah.
Now you see you can eat.
Yeah.
And it's Nintendo that are stopping you.
Yeah. It's like, imagine a PS6 came out today.
No games.
But no games. You're just playing PS5 games for another year.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, why have you done that? Like, or buying a PS5 Pro, but no games PS5 Pro optimized yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, Sony wouldn't do that.
Definitely
they
not.
immediately had the table set.
Yeah.
You know, they were like,
And it's actually a really good analogy because we haven't even got high frame rate games yet.
No.
We haven't got the switchable options that they said we were going to have inside games. It's just, there's nothing.
It's not there, yeah.
All these like cool features. Anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments. Are you ranty about it too? Do you agree that what Digital Foundry have been and the other kind of outlets have been saying that it's a lack of dev kits? Or just like Microsoft playing a long game, third-party developers don't want to be... I don't know. Maybe they don't want to be on Switch 2.
Maybe they don't like money. Hi! You might remember me from the video you've just watched.
Wow. 5 points if you could spot the continuity error. This totally seamless transition. Yes. If you enjoyed this clip of the podcast, you know what you should do?
Go and watch the main one.
Great idea. Yes, it'll be smashed up here. And thanks for being here because we love your face.
Yes.